This year has been very different from anything we've ever experienced globally. The first was the COVID. It was completely unprecedented, and the business had to quickly adapt new models. So definitely we had gaps. We'd never experienced this before, and that's part of why I came here.
The biggest gap is it's all about now after the COVID-19 shutdown, how do we ensure success in the business?
Even though my sector is a technology firm, IT wasn't really affected. But I needed to understand the changing dynamics of the business environment, and because it affects a lot of our clients. And if our clients are not doing well, we're also not doing well. So I needed to understand what was happening to the manufacturing sector, what was happening to government, what was happening to financial services.
So my business is centered around the capital market, and there have been a lot of changes from the debt capital instruments and the equity market. So many changes that is trickling down to all the capital market operators. And those changes have required that there must be adaptations of new skills, new knowledge, and the way we react to disruption generally, and the agility that is required of every business and team member to survive a time like this.
Execution has always been a challenge. A lot of strategies come up, and then getting them to actually see the light of day and achieve the desired objective has always been a problem. And that, you would agree with me, is all that customer satisfaction is about. So those are one of the identified areas that propelled coming here.
Our major problem was getting goods and services that will come and meet the value proposition of our customers. We had to look at it. The dollar rate has gone up, the euro rate has gone up. We're not manufacturing, we have to import. The ports were having issues. So how do we meet our demand and get a good price for our customers?
Leadership is key. That means that we must be visionary, we must understand the environment, how it is changing, and also be able to guide our team members to also see the bigger picture.
There are certain things that came out very clearly to me. The first was the fact that we have to remain abreast of the macroeconomic indicators. So we have leading indicators and lagging indicators. For leading indicators, you have things like the Purchasing Managers Index. These are the things that would help you know the level of confidence that people in authority have in the economy, and it will help you plan, how willing are they to spend to make new investments and all that. Then you also have lagging indicators like, of course, your GDP, your CPI and all that. So that was very key for me.
I have had learnings around leadership, to be more intentional about what leadership does and the key role a leader plays. So in my leadership, I have to be more intentional. That's one of the key learnings for me.
So primarily it is all still about stakeholder engagement. I've come to realize, or have come to appreciate better, the importance of stakeholder engagement. Stakeholder here is not just about the clients, it's also about the employees. And beautifully so, I said execution. And from this session, execution has been defined or explained in a way that I probably have not looked at it before. And basically, I'm going back to say to myself, what value am I going to be adding to my clients? And to be able to identify that value, I need to engage them. I need to understand what the pain points are.
I've more than learned a lot on this course. I'm overexcited because I was able to understand properly the Blue Ocean strategy. It was used by a lot of other companies in civilized and more developed countries to meet demands. So that's my take home from this course.
I find the program very interesting. It immediately identifies what I would call something that's trending, which is the COVID and immediate post-COVID, and the effect of that on business internationally. So it's a very good idea they came up with, and it prepares the mindset of most people heading industries to prepare for the eventuality of what you will call the new normal, which is where this course is leading everybody to anticipate and be prepared for what will eventually be called the new normal.
First, I would say I think it's quite stimulating. A handful of very smart and intelligent people And number two, I think also the engagement level is quite commendable. And thirdly, the responsiveness of the faculties. They are quite amazing. I think in the sense that not only is everyone carried along, but to narrow down to everyone's need and specification, that's been it. I think it's been a very enjoyable experience.
Lagos Business School is operating at a global level in terms of standards. Looking at the fact that I did my MBA here about 10 years ago, and the fact that the quality is still there, everything is still there, and I can still pick up a lot of things, even today, that are relevant for my own work and also life, which is good. So I think it has been a completely robust and holistic experience for me, and I really appreciate it.
I was pleasantly surprised when I drove in. The facility, the standards are quite high. It's spacious, it's open, it allows you to learn, really, and it's a big step away from the office. So it creates that environment where, you know, you're open to learning. The other thing is the world-class level of the professors and doctors that have taken us in courses here, the case studies. So really the course is kind of is being framed around world-class standards, and I really truly appreciated that.
Lagos Business School is always a complete package. Experience over the years has shown that there's continuous improvement. I come in with new expectation, looking for something new. It's not the same old game. So there's an improvement from what I did my executive MBA here, and I can tell you that in the last 2 years, the same facilitators that some of the facilitators that actually anchor this program are known to me, and I can say to you that the delivery is completely different. They're just in a class of their own.
It is an overwhelming, unexpectedly great experience. I've been to different courses, different strategy sessions, but I always try to say, Nigeria, what would they give you? But post-COVID, I'm still in COVID, I was locked down here, and I said, okay, let me come for a course here. I don't think I'm going to pay money to go anywhere else.
For me, for every year you come in, faculty members keep getting better and better and better. And there's this level of engagement, you know. And again, it's not just about faculty members telling you theories. They've been executives with wealth of experience. So they also share their experiences with you. You get to engage them during lunch, during breakfast. So you can also ask questions, and you can really get kind of answers you want. And those answers are things you can run quickly with.
I find it the very concept of Lagos Business School occupies a particular niche, which obviously was needed, because it brings heads of corporate entities, etc., to further training and to open their minds to new developments and to help them to strategize properly and to have that network communication between each other to exchange ideas. It's a very, very laudable kind of adventure they've got, and I would highly recommend it to most people. They need to come here, even if it's just to refresh their ideas. But it really opens your eyes, and it helps you to go back and strategize and take a second look at how you have been operating.